Wait, this music I'm listening to is kind of banging.
Nice. Okay, I guess we're starting.
This is a Jerbear Sigma experience.
Jerbear Sigma experience.
Do we want to start with some like legit machine learning things, or do we want to just do whatever?
Well, I think we have.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, then if we do whatever, we're never gonna get.
Yeah,
to
we're
machine
never
learning.
gonna-
We can
We're never
link
going
it
to get-
back.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
link
you
it
gotta
back, yeah,
trust
link it
in our.
We're gonna stray so
thing.
far from like machine learning. We're gonna devolve back into Among
Yes.
Us, and then
You
how are we gonna
realize
relate
this-
that back to machine learning?
You also realize it's for marks, right?
It's okay. Well, you know, if it's entertaining, it should be fine. I think we'll see. We'll figure it out.
Well,
I mean, we can always do machine learning for like the entire last segment, and then Mr. Poon will just have to listen to us ramble for like 6 hours, and then listen to the
I
machine
think we're gonna
learning.
drop our mark because we're torturing.
Yeah, I think we're gonna drop.
It's okay.
all
We'll
of
edit
that
out
into
like
kids.
the random parts that aren't funny.
So like most of it.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, this is the fourth wall breaking part.
This
you
is
know,
like
we're
the
just
second-
talking about.
second-
We're just recording like us planning what to do in the podcast. No, we're actually planning. Let's start with. Let's do like ethical questions first.
Ethical
questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the unintended and the intended results of AI
Consequences?
or
Sure.
machine learning.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did a bit of research into it, more
Let's
specifically
go.
into the unintended, and it turns out that a lot of in machine learning, a lot of AI actually become racist.
I mean,
like,
I think
it's-
that's pretty common, like with children as well, because I feel like machine learning and children have a similar tendency to learn things from their surroundings,
That's true.
and racism is pretty common
pretty
in
common,
our,
yes.
at least in the West. Actually, no,
Actually,
it's
no,
very,
I-
very
I-
common in the East as well.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I
in
think
Asian
it's very
households.
common
I think
in
it's
like
just common
everywhere, yeah.
worldwide.
Which is, you know, understandable from like
Okay.
colonialism and stuff. But like, you know, it's okay.
Controversial
If you're
takes.
equally racist to everyone, then are you really racist? Like, as long as you're also racist against your own race, then you're like very equal. Then
like,
you're just mean.
I
You're not
gue-
really racist.
I guess yeah. If you're equally racist against everyone, then you're not. I don't know.
You're not specifically targeting anyone. You just hate everyone. That's all good.
We've talked about the topic for 2 seconds.
Not for 2 seconds.
Okay, wait. Okay, let's
About racism.
let's talk about machine learning in war. What do you guys think about that?
Machine learning and war.
Machine learning and war.
Do you think it's
that's
fair?
that's a really scary prospect.
Yeah,
this
do you
is
think
very
it's
scary
fair
stuff.
for like a machine to just go around killing people that is like that are, you know, high risk?
Okay,
or
but what if
I mean,
I tell you that
it's-
regular soldiers do that already?
Exactly,
It's-
but a machine has the advantage of not being able to die.
Like I guess it's kind of comparable to Italy invading Abyssinia.
That's true. It's like saying if there's like one guy in a bulletproof vest against like people with like pebbles, and then the guy has like a machine gun. Is that fair? Not really. But that's like the comparison of like a really advanced machine to us, you know, squishy people.
Also, like my hair's sticking up again.
Wow,
That's
that's
relevant. That's
whoa,
relevant.
whoa. We're not cutting that. That's gonna stay in. His hair is sticking up. guys.
Wait, what do you mean by a machine?
Hayakawa. Okay, it's not bad.
Like let's say like the Terminator.
No, I mean, that a machine can't die.
Well-
Because can't it, like, I don't know, like the
Machine-
mechanics fail or
I mean,
something?
it can die, but it doesn't have the emotion of like being
Oh,
afraid
oh,
of
oh, I
death,
see.
right?
Oh, like that.
Like, okay, if it dies, let's say it gets shut down, you can just send another one. If a guy gets shot, you can technically send another soldier, but you still lose that guy.
Damn, can't believe they killed Hatsune Miku.
Oh no.
tragic.
And like, I think death, there's kind of two parts of it. There's like the physical death, and then there's being afraid of like the
Bro's
I guess
referencing the
the
Macklemore song.
like the spiritual part of it,
yeah.
or it's not exactly the spiritual part, but like, you know, your
It's like-
personality,
it's like-
your soul,
right,
your
it's like
your
you
mind.
The first time you die is when you physically die. The second time is when everyone forgets about you.
Yeah.
This has gotten very philosophical.
Yeah, for me, I think machine learning in war is kind of unethical because I feel like it's an unhonorable way to fight. Although honor in war is,
I kind of left like
Damn, he so
It-
much
it left-
centuries ago.
it kind of left
a
like,
century ago. I feel like.
yeah, a long time ago. But if we can, keep some of that honor, I feel like it makes war a little bit less frightening.
Why do you think honor is important?
Because without honor, like, what makes us human? Right? Like, animals don't really have honor, and that's kind of the only difference. I mean, like, unless you consider the spiritual aspect and the intelligence aspect. But if
I feel those aspects are very
most
large.
most people that consider the intelligence aspect also consider that animals can get to that point eventually. And I think from our intelligence is where we get like our morals, and I think honor is kind of an extension of morals.
Yeah,
Your
I have
honor
to agree
is
with you
your
with that.
unwillingness to break those morals to achieve like a purpose that you want to achieve. Like there's certain things that maybe you really want it, but you're still
You're not going to
sacrifice,
Yeah, you're not gonna,
the things
like-
that you really care
like
about.
say you really want a lot of money, but
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna go steal.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a really
I
simple
totally
example.
steal it,
Okay, yeah.
but that's like that's not part of my honor because I don't really care. But I think each person has their own individual code that they live by, and I think what's so scary about people like psychopaths is they kind of don't have that.
They don't have that. Yeah, and that's
So-
kind of the same with AI. They don't have that.
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
That restricts them from doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
So essentially, what you're saying is by having AI in war, you're kind of putting a unkillable psychopath.
Yeah,
into it.
basically.
But at the same time, couldn't the opposing side also have this quote unquote machine learning robot?
Not all the time necessarily. Like if you have a first world country against a third world country, it's
I mean,
not-
at that
That's
point,
unethical anyways.
yeah, it's unethical anywaes. And
I mean, it's not
I
like
mean,
that's
at
been
that point,
happening
it's
for the
less
last few
unethical.
decades.
if there,
already,
if
like,
a first world country is fighting a third world country, I mean, you would expect the first world country to win anyways.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
we had,
they're
we
using-
had
it's
some
how do they
instances of
win?
that.
It's important how they win.
Yeah, we had some
Really?
instances of that
Yeah.
where it didn't work out.
I mean, I
We've
guess-
learned about the things they carry.
Okay.
Sorrow of war.
Like for example, if you send in an AI machine to win the war, you can maybe restrict it, but if it like kills civilians because it doesn't think that it's safe to keep them alive, then is that really ethical?
Right, like even all the smart weapons we have right now, they're still like operated by human operators.
Yeah, more
Yeah,
or
so it brings
less.
forth the question like whether machines should have the power to make these decisions of like
Yeah, in the first
killing
place.
people. Yeah.
I
I
think
mean, obviously it's fine when people kill other people, right? But like the moment something
Obviously
else,
it's
like,
fine.
No, it's like
Obviously.
no, it's
Murder's
like
acceptable.
no, it's like when people kill other people, it's not too serious, right? Murder is still serious.
It's
but, like,
not
it's
too
the
serious.
moment when something else kills humans, like hell nah.
Yeah, no, I think definitely we should restrict warfare to be fought by people.
Yeah,
like
only,
at least
only
people
are
behind
allowed
it.
to kill people.
how can you like safely enforce that though? Like
That's the problem. I don't
Mm.
think we can.
Yeah.
I think it will get to a point where war is just fought by like robots,
Like-
which is like
Like we
Gundam.
say like having an AI basically like go into war is like having a crazy psychopath that you can't kill. But
Yeah.
what if the people like who are up there, like the government? What if there's a crazy psychopath over there who's making this AI? Right? You can't stop that.
Yeah, you can't stop
can.
that. I don't think there's a way to like actually restrict it. I just think that we should try. Cause if we don't try, then
are you gonna make
I
the
mean-
Geneva Convention number 2?
I mean, we'll just have another Terminator movie at that point.
yeah, except it's real. Yeah, I'd much rather like have a fighting chance against even let's say 3 like
Okay,
humans
it's like
try to
asking you,
fight me.
would
I'd
you-
rather have that chance to fight them than have like one tiny like Roomba roll up to my feet and blow me up.
Okay, right. Like, would you rather fight 1 million gummy bears or 1 human-sized gummy bear?
what?
I would fight. Wait,
Wait,
what?
A million gummy bears?
How would
or
you
one
fight
human-sized
it?
Gummy bear?
1 million gummy bears.
Okay, is
or
it
one-
killable?
Yeah, you can kill. Let's just say like you can just like kill it like a normal human.
Then I'd fight the human
Well, are
sized
Yeah.
gummy, gummy bears inanimate
Like
objects? So
chemistry.
doesn't it not matter?
Niles.
Hi.
In this scenario, the gummy bears are animate objects. They have skills. They can fight.
So
That's
it's
one
just
of the
basically a
hypotheses.
human that has the features of a gummy
a,
Yeah,
bear.
no,
exactly.
a human who is very gelatinous.
I'd fight the big one.
Yeah,
Because
same.
Just take
Yeah,
a
same.
bite.
I don't think I could eat a
Very
million
flavorful.
gummy
Yeah,
bears.
dude, you can
You
replenish
can
energy
torture
during the
yourself.
fight. Yo.
Yeah, if you use a
Actually
flamethrower, you
advantageous.
just win, right?
Yeah,
And it's
because
really
you just
easy.
melt it.
It's really easy to get a flamethrower like anywhere.
Mhm.
I mean, just take a lighter.
Yeah,
and a fan.
like you could
A
just
lighter
use
and
like
just a bottle of
WD-40.
alcohol.
Hmm?
You could just use WD-40 and a lighter.
Yeah, or just use just make a Molotov cocktail. Not that I know how to make one.
It's pretty easy. I mean, like I could probably make like at least a dozen in my garage.
Okay, we don't need to. No one needs to know that. All right.
I mean, not that I would, unless it like the need comes up.
Just have
but
Fireball
I don't-
materials. Just have the
manifesto.
materials for it.
Yeah, I just have the
Yeah, you just
materials
have
for it. 'Cause-
cloth, flammable material, and bottles. That's
Yeah,
it.
to be fair though, we also have like a lot of other materials. Like I
Okay,
could
we don't
probably
we don't need to talk about that. Okay.
no like nice things. Like I could make soup in my garage, so it's not really that bad that I can make
Well,
Molotovs.
this is a great garage you have to make soup and Molotovs.
Yeah, because they're definitely the same thing.
Actually, another question is a Molotov a soup?
Oh wait.
It's a funny hot
I
soup.
have not
Because
Funny alcohol
technically
hot soup.
it has solids and liquids,
Wait.
right?
Huh,
So
wait,
what
wait,
do you
wait, wait.
consider
But
a
it's not a
soup?
What do you mean it has
Mix.
solids?
Well,
It has a piece of
But-
cloth in it.
yeah, it has a piece of cloth in it.
Well, isn't that just
It's
a,
not really mixed into bits.
it's,
is
yeah,
it?
the cloth is not really mixed. Into
Yeah,
a-
okay, but
Oh,
if you
'cause-
consider soup, let's say you have like soup with beef in it, right?
Uh-huh.
The beef isn't
beef isn't
technically
mixed into it.
mixed into
It's
it.
just
It's
in
just
it.
like pieces in it.
Well, then do you consider the spoon a part of the?
Alright, what is a soup, guys?
Okay. So
What is a soup?
I made this argument before to answer the question
There is
where
no
it's like if you have
definition for
one
soup.
physical object and an infinite amount, what would you choose? I would choose a soup because what's considered a soup? Everything's considered a soup. You can have like gold flakes in your soup. You can have like an EpiPen in your soup. Technically, is it still
in
part
case
of
you
the
have an
soup?
allergy.
It needs to have
You can have
meat, vegetables, with stock, milk, or water.
Really?
Okay, then half the soup I've drank is not soup.
Yeah, same.
Wait, what's a stew then?
Like I feel like that's not a legit like definition because if you have like potato soup, you don't actually no, that's not true. I guess you do have water in it. I don't
You
know.
need
It's kind of
water.
weird.
I don't know about the other things.
Like you don't need meat though or vegetable. I guess chicken broth. I guess that's soup because of water, but like
A little recap.
that
right
means
before-
anything with water is a soup, right?
Okay, so a little recap right before we end since looks like
Yeah,
everyone's
it's
getting
so
ready.
loud now.
We talked about AI and machine learning for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
We have 30 minutes worth of recording.
We did like some military stuff, and we also had some soup and Molotov. So we're gonna move on now. I guess we'll do another thing later on. But there's like a lot
that
of
didn't
people in the
work.
room now, so we're gonna.
Wait, how do you do an outro again?